At the start of episode 2, we see a carriage moving along the road filled with several passengers heading somewhere. The driver announces loudly, "All right, everyone, listen up. The next station we'll be arriving at is Breja. You'll all be reaching there soon." Among the passengers, we see a young girl and an older man talking. The girl asks, "So, why are you going to Breja?" The man smiles and replies, "Come on, Bregeia is a place every swordsman dreams of visiting. They call it the City of Swordsmen. Why wouldn't I want to go there?" The girl laughs and says, "Yeah, that makes sense. I'd love to go, too. I'm actually a dual swordsman myself." The man seems impressed. "Wow, that's awesome. I'm an advanced class swordsman myself, pretty skilled with my blade." The girl then suggests, "Then why don't we team up?" But the man frowns and snaps, "No way. I'd never team up with a girl wearing such skimpy clothes. Half your body showing. How could I take you seriously?" The girl, clearly annoyed, replies, "You don't know a thing. For a dual swordsman, light clothing is essential for smooth movement." The argument heats up until the driver laughs and says, "Man, you two sure sound powerful just from your words. How about you settle this after we deal with what's up ahead?" Then the carriage suddenly stops. Standing in their path are several orcs led by a massive king orc. The passengers panic. The man and the girl freeze, muttering, "You've got to be kidding me. That's the king orc himself. What do we do now?" Nearby, a woman clutching her child pleads, "Please, sir, save us. You're a swordsman, right?" But the man shoves her aside, saying, "Out of my way. I'm saving my own life. I'm not dying for you." Terrified, the woman runs off, and the man and the girl flee, too. The driver shakes his head in disbelief. So, they were all talk, huh? Then he notices another boy stepping off the carriage. The boy rushes forward and starts attacking the orc single-handedly. Everyone is stunned by his speed. The woman gasps, "I can't even follow his movements with my eyes." The driver adds, "This kid's skills are insane, but he's surrounded. There's no way he can keep that up." However, the boy defeats the orcs effortlessly, moving so fluidly it looks like he's dancing. The driver watches, astonished. "Wait a second. That technique, it's sword blade, a counter-move that only the sword princess can use. How's that possible?" Then the boy leaps up and drives his sword straight into the king orc's head, killing him instantly. Everyone stands frozen in disbelief. No way. That little kid just defeated them all. The boy calmly walks back and says, "All right, then. Let's head to Bredia. The problem's solved now, right?" The driver nods quickly. "Yeah, absolutely." He asks, "So, kid, why are you going to Breja anyway?" The boy replies, "To get stronger." The driver chuckles, "You're already strong enough, aren't you?" And if you haven't guessed by now, that boy is none other than Ariel. Then, the scene flashes back to 5 years earlier. What we just saw took place 5 years after this moment. We see Ariel practicing with his swords and his mother watching proudly. "Am I dreaming? My son's using dual sword skills. That's incredible. I feel embarrassed knowing someone like you doesn't even have a class." Ariel shrugs it off. "It's no big deal. I'll learn every skill through practice." His mother smiles warmly. "You really are something else." Ariel then asks, "Mother, could you teach me your sword dance skill?" Ariel then asks, "Mother, could you teach me your sword dance skill?" She hesitates. "You really want to learn that?" He nods firmly. "Yes. Before I go to Breja, I want to learn everything from you." She smiles. "All right, then, I'll teach you all the techniques you wish to learn." Then the scene shifts back to the present. The driver says, "Sir, we've reached Bregeia." Ariel wakes up from his nap and looks outside. Got it. We see the grand city of swords. Bregeia, crowded with skilled swordsmen. Ariel marvels. There are so many of them. And all of them look like advanced class fighters. The driver laughs modestly, but Ariel smirks. "Come on. You recognized the sword princess's move earlier. You're no ordinary driver." The man chuckles. "All right, you caught me. I'm from the Advanced Hope Knight CL class. I just drive sometimes to refresh myself from the boring swordsman duties." Ariel grins. "That's actually a pretty cool idea." The driver waves goodbye. "Take care, kid. Find your path here." Ariel starts exploring the city where various guilds are loudly recruiting members, but he ignores them all and walks straight ahead. Then a young girl suddenly bumps into him and falls. Ow, did he dodge me on purpose? Is he really that fast? She mutters. Ariel turns. Did you say something? She quickly shakes her head. No, nothing. She then asks, I haven't seen you here before. Are you new? Ariel nods. Yeah, I'm looking to join a guild. Excited, she says. Then why don't you join ours? Ariel raises an eyebrow. Why should I? She proudly replies. Because our guild is amazing. Ariel smirks. Yeah, sure. You sound so confident that I can already tell your guild must be terrible. I'll pass. She begs. Please just join. Come on. But Ariel sigh. You're acting like a kid. I'm not joining some small-time guild. I'll find one filled with strong fighters. The girl grins mischievously. All right then. How about this? If you join my guild, I'll go on a date with you for one whole day. Ariel's face turns blank. No thanks. I'm not joining. And I'm definitely not going on a date with you. The girl freezes, shocked. Ugh, what an attitude. As Ariel walks away, he chuckles to himself, remembering his sister. Man, she's just like my sister. Once she decides something, she never lets go. The girl, still following him, says, you know, our guild is actually really powerful. You could come with me and check it out. But Ariel waves her off. No need. Just tell me, what's the strongest guild around here? She crosses her arms. You're asking me that? Then she answers, fine. The strongest guild in Breja is called Black Sword. They have 8 E-rank swordsmen. The scene shifts again and we see Ariel standing before the massive gates of the Black Sword Guild. He walks in and tells the guard, I want to join. The guard replies, registration's in the back, kid. When Ariel steps inside, he finds the place packed with people. Looks like things are about to get interesting, he says. When it's his turn to register, the clerk asks, what's your class? Ariel replies, I'm classless. The clerk laughs, you must be joking. You can't join without a class. Ariel insists, just make an exception. I promise you won't regret it. But the clerk shakes his head. No way. Only A-rank swordsmen or highly skilled fighters can join. People without a class aren't respected here at all. Then we see a few people standing nearby, whispering among themselves, wondering if this guy has lost his mind. How can someone like him even join here? They mutter. Ariel just sighs and says, all right, I guess it's time for me to leave. The scene shifts and we see Ariel visiting several guilds, but every single one of them rejects him. Frustrated, he sits down and says, man, what should I do now? After thinking for a while, he mutters, I guess it's time to use the letter my mother gave me. Then we're shown a flashback. His mother is seen handing him a letter, saying, when you get there, if things get difficult, show this letter to my old guild. They'll help you. Back in the present, Ariel says, looks like mom already knew what would happen to me here. While he's lost in thought, that same girl shows up again from behind. So, sir, she says, have you changed your mind? Will you still refuse to join my guild? Ariel replies, don't you know when to give up? You're really persistent. She pleads, please, sir, just join our guild. She begs so much that she ends up kneeling, saying, I'll even clean your shoes if you'll just join. But she pleads, please, sir, just join our guild. She begs so much that she ends up kneeling, saying, I'll even clean your shoes if you'll just join. But when she looks up, Ariel has vanished, leaving her shocked. When will he finally say yes? She grumbles. The scene shifts again. Ariel, following the directions in the letter, arrives near the guild his mother mentioned. Just as he's about to enter, the same girl appears again. Oh ho, so you finally decided to join us, she says proudly. Ariel frowns. What are you talking about? I'm looking for another guild. She smirks. Another guild? This is the only guild here. You're already standing in front of it. Ariel stares for a moment, surprised. Wait, seriously? She nods. Of course, just look at how big it is. Ariel sighs. Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice then. As they walk in, Ariel asks, by the way, why is your guild so weak? She frowns. It wasn't always like this. Our guild used to be one of the strongest when it was led by the dual sword king, Dragon Fang. No one could stand against us back then. Met. At the mention of that name, Ariel suddenly remembers his mother's words. She once told him the leader of her guild was called Dragon Fang. Realizing the connection, Ariel decides to go in. The girl brings him inside the guild hall where they see a man drinking heavily. "Dad, you're drinking again." She scolds. He grumbles. "Enough already. And who's this kid? Send him away. We don't need any new members." He storms off. The girl sighs. "I'm sorry. That was my dad." Ariel's eyes widen. "Wait, that was the Dual Sword King." She nods. Ariel shrugs. "No worries." He proceeds to register himself, officially becoming a member of the guild. The girl checks the form and says, "Hey, you forgot to fill in your class." Ariel answers calmly, "I'm classless." She blinks. "Classless? Very funny. I'm being serious here." He shows her his ID, and says, "See, it's written right here." She suddenly gets furious, grabs her sword, and shouts, "I should cut your throat right now. I begged you to join my guild, and you turn out to be classless." Before things escalate, another girl with red hair walks in. The yellow-haired girl rushes over, crying, "Rainer, look, this guy tricked me. I brought him to join our guild, and he's classless." Rainer looks at Ariel closely and says, "Wait a second. It's you." Ariel frowns. "Do I know you?" She smiles. "Of course. Don't you remember? 5 years ago, we lived in the same village. We used to train together." Ariel squints. 5 years ago? Yeah, I remember training with someone who had the same hair color as you, but that was a boy. Rainer blushes. "Stop it. That was me." Ariel laughs. "Really? Well, your hair's not the only thing that's grown since then." She turns red. "Cut it out." Then she grins and says, "Anyway, now that you're here, I challenge you to a duel." The yellow-haired girl gasps. "You're going to duel him?" Rainer nods. "Yeah, he's the one I told you about, the one who defeated me before. I want to settle the score." The scene shifts again to the battlefield. The duel begins. Rainer charges forward, swinging her blade. Ariel smirks, thinking he can easily block it. But just as he counters, 2 more slashes burst out from her attack, striking him directly. Ariel stumbles back, surprised. "That was new," he says. Rainer smirks. "See this sword? It's so heavy you wouldn't even be able to lift it. Training with it made me stronger than ever. You're no match for me now." Ariel chuckles. "Oh, really? Well, since you've just revealed your secret, don't blame me if I defeat you." She laughs. "I'm not afraid. Go ahead and try." The duel resumes. Rainer attacks again, landing what she thinks is a perfect strike, but Ariel vanishes right in front of her eyes and reappears behind her, attacking in return. "What the how did you do that? You were right in front of me," she exclaims. Ariel replies, "That was just my after image. You'll never land a hit on me." Now, as the fight continues, Ariel dodges every attack effortlessly, creating after images again and again, confusing Rainer completely. Shocked, she thinks, how is he moving so fast? Meanwhile, Ariel smirks. "I keep attacking her non-stop, yet she still hasn't fallen. What's keeping her standing?" Then Ariel notices that Rainer's divine protection is incredibly strong. He decides, "All right, time to hit her with everything I've got." He charges up and unleashes a powerful strike. The impact is so intense that Rainer is knocked down and defeated on the spot. Right then, the yellow-haired girl rushes over and quickly gives Rainer some divine water. As Rainer regains consciousness, she sighs and says, I lost again," and starts tearing up. Ariel smiles and says, "Yeah, you did lose, but you're definitely stronger than before." Embarrassed and frustrated, Rainer runs off and heads inside, crying loudly, shouting, "What have I even been doing for the past 5 years? All that time, completely wasted. How could I lose to him again?" The scene shifts and we see Ariel has now officially joined their guild. The yellow-haired girl approaches him and says, "I'm really sorry for everything I said or did to you earlier." Ariel waves it off. "It's fine, really. I'm not mad or anything." Then Ariel asks, "By the way, you mentioned before that this guild used to be strong. What happened? Why isn't it like that anymore?" She sighs and says, "Well, we're in a lot of debt." Ariel blinks. "Debt? How much?" She leans in and whispers the number into his ear. Ariel's eyes widen. "That much?" She nods. "Yeah, but there's a way to clear it." He asks, "How?" She explains, "In a few days, there's going to be a battle tournament. If 3 of us can defeat 5 members of the Black Swords Guild, all our debts will be cleared. We'll be free again, Just like before. Ariel grins. That sounds great. Let's do it. She looks unsure, lost in thought. Ariel pats her shoulder and says, come on, don't overthink it. We'll take them down easily. She frowns. You don't get it. Those guys are way stronger than us. Ariel just smirks. Good. That's exactly what I want. I want to fight people stronger than me. That's how I'll get better. Meanwhile, in the distance, the former Dual Sword King is watching them quietly, listening to every word. After a moment, he turns away and walks off. And with that the episode comes to an